What if the sun detonated tomorrow, as in exploded? The sun is the biggest source of energy for our solar system, and especially for our Earth. We are highly dependent on its heat and energy to grow vegetables and a perfect habitat for humans. For us on Earth, nothing is more important than the sun. Without the heat and light of the sun, the Earth would be a lifeless ball of a rock covered in ice. The sun warms our oceans, moves our atmosphere, creates our weather patterns, and energizes the growing greenery that provides food and oxygen for life on Earth. When the sun does cease to exist, it will first expand and use up all of the hydrogen in its core, and eventually shrink and become a dying star. All human and plant life on Earth will eventually die if it explodes. But how long would it take? How would it affect our lives if the sun detonated tomorrow? And what will be the action that will ultimately lead to our death? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Epictainment Show. And this is, what if the sun detonated tomorrow? In this video, we are going to address some epic questions regarding this thrilling scenario. So watch this video till the end. Here's a quick reminder to subscribe to the Epictainment Show and tap the bell icon to get notified when we upload a new video. Give this video a like and enjoy the content. Now, let's get straight into the video. Will our sun explode instantly? The sun is a star, and when a star erupts, it is called a supernova. This type of explosion is very bright and very powerful. They emit a lot of dust into space, which is used to create more stars and planets. Our solar system was created from these explosions with the help of objects. Even humans are made of stellar things. If the sun suddenly erupted in this way, the entire solar system would be destroyed. You don't have to worry. Only stars 10 times as big as our sun or bigger can explode this way. Our sun will end its life in a different way. A supernova is like an exploding balloon. But when our sun dies, it happens slowly, like when you gradually release air from a balloon. Let's talk about the death of our sun that can actually take place. It will swallow our Earth. Yes, it will. The sun will start to die when it runs out of energy and fuel in about 5 billion years. That's 77 times longer than Tyrannosaurus Rex's disappearance. A very long time. As the sun begins to die, it gets bigger and slightly cooler, becoming what astronomers call a red giant. It gets so big that it swallowed Mercury, Venus, and even Earth. When the sun is a red giant, it gets big and swollen, and it begins to expel its outer layers from the solar system. It gets smaller and smaller, and eventually will become what we would later call a white dwarf. Eventually, it will be so dark. White dwarfs are the core of a dead star. They are super heavy, weighing almost the same as the sun, but only about the size of the Earth. A teaspoon of white dwarf weighs about 6,000 pounds, as much as an adult elephant. When the sun becomes a white dwarf, most of the solar system will still exist. Mercury, Venus, and Earth will disappear, but Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune will survive and continue to orbit the sun. The same is true for asteroid belts, copper belts, and dwarf planets like Pluto. Because white dwarfs are small, they don't produce much light. The white dwarf has no fuel to energize it, so it gets colder over time. One day, it will be very dark. Life after the sun. Sunlight keeps our planet warm. Without it, the planets in the solar system would be very cold. This would make life in the solar system difficult. White dwarfs don't produce much light, but in the future, humans could build spaceships that would allow us to leave Earth. Humans can even build something to move the Earth. This would allow the planet to survive, being eaten by the sun like a red giant. The sun will become a red giant and then a white dwarf for 1 billion years. This is a very long time. We can't see stars doing all this, but we can learn how stars are born and die by looking at the stars in our galaxy. the Milky Way. The Milky Way has stars of all ages, and over time, astronomers have figured out which one is young, old, or dead. By studying old and dead stars, we can know what will happen to our sun in the distant future. Well, we can't really predict how our galaxy will look in the coming billion of years. But we humans came into being after such an explosion called the Big Bang. Or maybe we will die with the explosion of the sun. It is also possible that a twin Earth may form. It can happen. A phrase adapted from the book of Ecclesiastes. The author complains frequently in the book about the monotony of life. The entire passage reads, "The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no thing new under the sun." What are your thoughts on it? Let us know in the comments section. Also, let us know if you like this video by giving a thumbs up and subscribing to the Epictainment Show. See you in the next video with another epic and interesting topic. Thanks for watching.